What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is a practice of protecting computer systems, networks, and data from unauthorized access, attacks, and damages. So, welcome to part 4 SOC Analyst job question, interview question and answers. So, what is firewall? Firewall is a network security device that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing traffic based on a predetermined security rules. It's called as ACL. Explain the difference between symmetric and asymmetric encryption. A symmetric encryption uses the same key for both encryption and decryption, while asymmetric encryption uses the key pair of the key public and private for the encryption and decryption. Same questions will be repeated from the other parts because these questions are very important and frequently asked in the interviews. So, what is DDoS attack? Denial of distributed denial of service DDoS attack. So, what is CIA triad in cybersecurity? The CIA triad stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. It is a foundational concept in cybersecurity. What is the difference between a virus and a worm? A virus requires a host file to attach, while a worm is self-replicating and spread independently throughout the networks. What is firewall and how does it work? A firewall is a network security device that filters incoming and outgoing traffic based on a set of rules to protect a network. It can be a hardware firewall or a software-based firewall. What is phishing? Can and explain how it prevent it. Phishing is a type of cyber attack where attacker uses fraudulent emails to trick individual into a revealing sensitive informations. Prevention involves education, email filtering, and multi-factor authentication. What is the purpose of IDS? An IDS monitors network traffic for suspicious activity or anomalies and alerts when the potential threats are detected. Describe the concept of zero-day vulnerability. A zero-day vulnerability are the security flaws in the software or hardware that are unknown to the vendors and have no available patches. How can you secure a wireless network effectively? A wireless network by using a strong encryption WPA3, changing default password and disabling unnecessary services. What is DDoS attack and how it can be mitigated? A DDoS distribute denial of service attack overwhelms a target with flood of traffic. Mitigation strategies include traffic filtering, load balancing, and using a content delivery network CDNs. Explain the principle of least privilege POLP. POLP restricts users and systems to minimal level of access required to perform their tasks, reducing the attacker surface. What is two-factor authentication, 2FA, and why it is important? 2FA adds an extra layer of security by requiring user to provide two forms of identification before granting an access, reduces the risk of unauthorized access. How does encryption work and why it is important in cybersecurity? Encryption converts data into a secure format that can only be decrypted with the correct key. It's essential to protect data confidentiality. What is vulnerability assessment and how does it differ from a penetration testing? Vulnerability assessment identify the weakness in the system while penetration tests simulate real-world attacks to exploit the vulnerabilities and assess their impact. Explain the concept of social engineering. Social engineering is the manipulation of the individual to divulge confidential information or perform action that compromises security. What is the role of system security information and event management? SIM system. SIM collects and analyzes data from various sources like firewall, web servers, systems, etc., and detect and respond to the security incidents. How do you keep software and system up to date to enhance cybersecurity? Regularly update software patches and update the various update and use the vulnerability management tools to identify and remediate the security issues. Define the term malware and provide example. Malware, malicious software, is a software designed to harm and gain unauthorized access. Example includes virus, Trojan, ransomware, WannaCry. What is the purpose of VPN, Virtual Private Network in Cybersecurity. VPN encrypts internet traffic to ensure secure communication and protect the data privacy, especially when using public networks. Explain the concept of black hat hackers. Black hat hackers are the individuals who engage in hacking activities for the malicious purpose, such as stealing data and causing harm. We can even say black hat hackers penetrate into your systems without authorized. What is NIST cybersecurity framework and how does it benefit organization? The NIST cybersecurity framework is a set of guidelines and the best practice for managing and improving cybersecurity risk. It helps organization assess and enhance the cybersecurity posture. How can you protect against insider threat? Protect against the insider threat by implementing strict access control, monitoring user activity, and conduct employee training and awareness program. Describe the concept of honeypot in cybersecurity. Honeypot is a decoy system or network designed to the lure attacker, allowing organization to study their tactics and gather the threat intelligence. What is the role of SOC, Security Operations Center? SOC is a centralized team responsible for monitoring, detecting, and responding to the security incidents in real time. Explain the importance of regular data backups in cybersecurity. The regular data backups ensures that critical information can be restored by in case of data loss due to the cyber attacks or other disasters. What are the main principle of incident response in cybersecurity? Incident response involves in preparation, identification, containment, eradication, recovery, and the lesson learned from the attack. How does the concept of defense in depth enhance cybersecurity? Defense in depth involves using multiple layers of security controls to protect against various threats, making it more difficult for an attacker to succeed. What is the role of encryption key in data security? Encryption key are used to encrypt and decrypt data. They must be kept secure to ensure the confidentiality of the encrypted information. Explain OSAP Top 10 in and its relevance in web application security. The OSAP Top 10 is the list of most critical web application security risks. It helps developer or organization to prioritize security measures. How can you mitigate the risk of SQL injection attack? Mitigate SQL injection by using prepared statement parameters, ICE queries, and input validation to prevent malicious SQL code execution. What is the difference between vulnerability and an exploit? Vulnerability is a weakness or a flaw in the system, while exploit is a piece of code or a technique used to take advantages of the vulnerability. How do you conduct a security risk assessment for an organization? Conduct a risk assessment by identifying assets, accessing threats and vulnerabilities, and evaluating the potential impact and likelihood of incidents. Explain the importance of security awareness training for employee. A security awareness training helps the employee to recognize and respond to the security threats, reducing the likelihood human errors contributing to the breach. What is Security Information Sharing and Analysis Center, ISAC? ISAC are an organization that facilitates the sharing of cybersecurity threat intel among the members in specified industries. How can you protect against ransomware attacks? Protect against ransomware is regularly backupping data and keep the software up to date and educating users about the phishing threats. Describe the concept of least privilege in access control. Least privilege restricts the users to and process to the minimum of permission required to perform their task, limiting potential damage from the security breaches. What are the roles of security policies in organization? A security policy provides guidelines and rules for protecting an organization asset, data, and systems. So please subscribe and share this video for the SOC people who are searching for the jobs. Let's see you on next part.